Hello dear students, welcome to this new asked video of free radicals. Previously I have mentioned the word free radical which we may have generated a question in your mind, so that's why I have made a video to clear that concept of free radical. So let's just start the free radical. Free radicals or the radicals are atom, molecule or ion with unpaired electron. You have to remember this thing that they contain unpaired electron, single electron, alone electron in the outer shell configuration. Free radical can be positive, can be negative or zero charge. So this is not a possibility that every free radical will have a positive charge. No, depending upon the situation and the element which is having free radical, they can be categorized into different charges. Even though have unpaired electron by convention, some metals and their ions or complex with the unpaired electron are not radical. Not every unpaired electron bearing element is an radical. So radical has certain properties or certain thing that has to be followed in order to be a free radical. We will learn later. Unpaired electron cause radical to be highly reactive. One thing you should remember that unpaired electron are very eager to make a pair with any other electron, so they will always be very reactive. When they will be very reactive, they will be highly unstable in nature. Okay, I hope the point is clear. This next coming to the next slide. A free radical is simply an atom with one or more unpaired electron in outer orbit. Here you can see that it contains one electron which is alone, which is single, which is unpaired. This is a free radical. Okay. Radicals are believed to be involved in degenerative disease and cancers. Radicals have not only many function in the human body, however they can do some degeneration of cells and the production of cancer or cell mutation. So they play a great role in human body and human physiology. Free radical play an important role in numerous reactions like combustion, atmospheric chemistry, polymerization, plasma chemistry, biochemistry, and many other chemical processes. And we have to remember that aging is also considered as an action of free radical on our cells. So basically, the antioxidants are used which remove the role of free radical in our human body. This was an additional information for you. Fission. Before going to the free radical, I have to tell you that what is fission or how many types of fission happens in chemistry. Whenever there is a covalent bond, that it could be broken down in two ways. If a covalent bond Rx is broken down, then there are three possibilities that are given. When the covalent bond break out in a way that the lone pair or the electron density is taken by X, then it will produce carbonium. It will produce a carbonium ion in R group, because the carbonium ion indicates that it contains a positive charge. Electron density taken by X, as a result created a deficiency on R, so it produced carbonium ion. But when the R group taken the electron density and leave the X deficient, then it will be carb anion. Okay, the R will be having a negative charge now. But there is a situation when both the atom get equal share of electron, one electron each division, like equal distribution, then free radical will be generated. So free radical are generated as a result of homolytical fission. Homolytical fission is the one in which both the atom of the molecule get the equal number of electron, and it is represented by fish hook arrow, like this kind of arrow. This indicates that one electron is shifted there and one electron is shifted there. So the HCl is broken down in the gaseous form, that lysis happen, and as a result one electron is shifted there and one electron is shifted there. So the free radical generated. However, if the free radical are not generated, if the fission is not like this, like in a way that electron density is shifted to on one side, then as a result cations and anions will be generated. Like here you can see that a cation is generated, here an anion is generated. So you have to remember and differentiate between the heterolytical and homolytical fission. Radical formation or initiation, how a reaction initiate, it initiate by thermolysis or photolysis method. Different wavelength containing light contain different energy. Okay, UV light is the strongest one, which contain the most energy to break a molecule to produce free radical. Okay, free radical will not generate as easily. They use generation of the free radical need energy to break. Okay, some amount of energy should be provided, and the more the energy is provided, the more number of free radical will be generated. UV light is the one which has the higher energy, 586, so it decomposes many organic compounds. Okay, different molecule require different energy to split. Not every molecule is broken down with same kind of energy. Iodine need less amount of heat or less amount of energy to break into free radical. Bromine need a little more, and the chlorine made a little more because of the strength of their bonding or the strength of the bond that both contain. It explain the instability of many iodo compound. This is the reason that why iodo compound mostly react, because the energy which is required to break their molecule is not so much, only 151 kilojoule per mole. And in the last, I will just conclude it that free radical reaction occur widely in the gaseous state, but may also occur in non-polar solvent. So the solvent or the polarity is not a matter of concern for free radicals. Radicals when formed, they are formed once, they will not stay alone or they will not stay easily. They will produce chain reaction. Like A is produced, it will react with B and generate another B radical. This will go to another one and will produce C, will go to another reactant and will produce D. So it will be a chain reaction. So basically the step of free radical are initiation, propagation and termination. These are three are very important, because free radical mechanism pass through all these mechanistic steps. Most of the radical are short lived and some have long life. The one having long life mean that they are stable, and they are having short lived are said to be very unstable in nature. This was all about the free radical. In the next video I will tell you about that how you can prepare, how you can form free radical, how their stability is ascertained, and how would be the effect of free radical on the human society. So just stay tuned and subscribe to the channel so that you would get further notifications. Thank you.